Welcome back to Thronebreaker. Still making our way through Mahakam. And that looks exciting. And also inconsistent with what I remember of the map. Oh, never mind. Okay, apparently I came up here at some point. I don't even remember having the option to split off and go the other direction. I guess this is where we measure the mountain peak.
When she and her force had traveled half the way to the first, she heard a long roar that made snow shells detach and descend. Without waiting for her scouts to return with reports, Neve drew her sword.
Yeah, if you don't recall, at the end of the last episode, I was sent to determine which of two mountaintops was taller, because some dwarves are arguing about it. Twin Peaks. Fighting on a steep mountain slope is no easy task. The Lyrians struggled to find solid footing in the snow, propped up by their spears, their eyes squinting under ice-speckled brows. Whereas the beasts, they moved with ease, leaping from rock to rock, long talons scraping menacingly against the stone. What do we have here? No special abilities or anything to worry about. So, Mulligan, you probably don't need this many drummers to start in hand. Two bombers seems excessive.
Eyes up, lads! They're flying straight for us!
I guess it's fine to go ahead and start with their Wagenberg. Is it? Oh wait, it's damage a unit. Yeah. Frost is lowest unit, yeah. That is just gonna kill the Wagenberg. Which is awesome. By awesome, I mean not awesome. Well, what it's actually gonna do is damage it repeatedly while I pump armor into it, which I guess means everything else stays safe, so that's actually kind of good.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Oh, it is random enemy for the turn-by-turn effect, just not the end-of-turn effect. Okay. No. Ugh. That's obnoxious.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Ouch, jeez.
Left, right, left, right.
Should probably go ahead and pull because they've got a lot of damage coming out if I don't, or if they have more wolves. So let's do that. Arbalest and Gabor. Okay.
Arbalest at your command.
For you, pal! Anything!
What was that? How much damage was that? Ah, whatever. Just do that. Oh, I guess I could Sea Hill this guy. I'm just thinking the fire might kill him anyway. Yeah, I'll just let the fire do it. Rip. Alright. Another drummer.
Again and again and again.
Oh, I should have decoyed Gabor. Mistake. Drummer and arbalist. Okay, so we can do this.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
We can do that. Going. Charge up the sea hill. I think pull first. Reynard. That's not the order we want. And then a bomber.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
This could hurt.
Oh, I guess I could decoy Reynard. That'd be pretty good. But let's pull with this guy. Landsknecht and drummer.
Every rib's a thief.
Alright. So let's pull this guy too. Arbalest and blacksmith. Oh, do I have any trinkets in my graveyard? I guess I don't. That sucks. Alright. So 6 damage.
Hey, hey, don't toss that. It's perfectly usable.
I guess I could decoy the blacksmith. Seems a little silly. Oh, adept. Hello there. I've got plenty of ability to give more charges to my drummers, so I guess
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
the arbalists. Okay, so I could use. I could use the. This guy's gonna die anyway, so I could use the runestone to set up this guy. Let's see. That'd be 3 damage to him, 4 damage to him, to put them at each at 7. And then this guy knocks him down to 6. That's really not that impressive. Because there's not much reason to do it now. This thing's only at a 2. Maybe we should just go ahead and use the decoy. So I think I'll use that on Reynard. Or, well... How much room do I have right now? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So 2 here and 3 here. 5 arbalists, and I have 4 arbalists. Okay. I have 1 charge left. I can also give more charges to this guy, so that's nice. Kinda. It's not that big a deal, but right now I only have 1 drummer charge left, so getting more of those would be good. I don't think I'm going to bother to pull with this guy. I don't think it... I mean, I guess if I did... No. Okay, so now 3 to you, 1 to you is 4, 5, 6, 7. Something like that. I guess I could also just Alzur's Thunder. We still got 3 cards left, so maybe not. Let's just pull with this guy. Arbalest, Arbalest.
1 gold.
9 damage. Oh, 8 damage. Oh, that's fine. And...
Give me a
5
time.
damage. You. Do that. right. That's a thing that happens. In it. Alright. Well, gosh. I guess I could give 2 charges to the Lamb's Neck to the Savior. I'm not gonna have enough space to make use of that much more drumming.
Ice scars? No, they don't hurt.
I don't think any of this is going to matter. Well, that's kind of annoying. Sure, let's roll more adept.
As you wish, milady.
Here, we'll do this.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
So many charges. In a spot for me. How considerate. I'll just use this. Easy game.
Take those measurements and let's be gone from this place.
The Lyrians managed to repel the monsters and reach both peaks. Upon each, Meve ordered her men to take the measurements. While waiting, she admired the breathtaking view of the Mahakaman Massif. The dwarven contraption left no room for doubt. The peak within the Dahlberg clan territory was 2 feet higher than that within Hoog territory. Gabor was clearly displeased with the results.
Damn it all! I'd hoped you'd prove Brewer's clan was in the right. He'd have been content to see the Dalbergs knocked down a peg or two, and, possibly, he'd have been more inclined to help you.
Said the dwarf in frustration. Then, after a pause, he added,
Although, only you saw what the device showed, Queen. Perhaps you could, recalibrate the results a wee bit?
Of course, I should have known. No, we don't. If we do this, somebody's gonna find out. That's my thinking.
To lie would be simple, true.
said Meve.
Yet to forget the matter would be so much harder. No, Gabor, I shall tell the truth.
The Queen's tone made it clear the discussion was over. Gabor let the matter lie, and Meve's force began its descent down the mountainside.
Alrighty. Anything actually over here? Oh. Is this where that guy's like mom told him to go pick something up? Yep. Oh. Okay. Wait, what did I get that I didn't already have? Was it because I gained more wood? Oh, I think I passed 8,000 gold, so I think whatever.
The dwarves of both clans had been waiting with bated breath for the expedition's return and report. As soon as Meve announced the results, the Dahlbergs rolled barrels of beer out into the square and began to celebrate. Naturally, the Hoogs were disappointed, yet they accepted Meve's results as final. At last, they had come to trust her.
Why?
Dalberts are the dwarves we need. Every hoogs are Dunderheed.
That seems harsh.
Dalberts are the dwarves we need. Every hoogs are Dunderheed.
Oh, that's an Guardian camp. Well, I suspect this meeting with Brewberg isn't going to go super well.
Avail yourself of some onion juice. Even better if you had a wee nip of vodka. Oh, snorters are frozen solid. And not just those in my beard. Why, up my nose too. Once we're neath Carbon, we'll find our way to the tavern. Set our arses down by the fire. And sit lugs of mulled wine. Once we're neath Carbon, we'll find our way to the tavern.
One more. Oh,
As Meve neared Langbridge, she ordered her bugler to announce her arrival, then retired to her tent to freshen up. Gascon was already inside, awaiting her.
I do not seem to recall summoning you.
that's okay.
In that case, I must tell you to fret not. Nothing wrong with your memory. I've come with no agenda. Spontaneously, call it, to chat.
Then I propose you leave. Just as spontaneously, call it. I must don fresh clothes. I'm to see the Elder soon, and I'd prefer to not smell of horse sweat.
Doubt it'd make much difference to him. And be assured, I know what I speak of. When last we met, I found myself standing downwind of him. A pungent experience.
Well, Hugh was saved the experience of his breath. So pungent I thought I might faint.
Well, to revive you, pinch you awake, I'm sure would be quite a pleasure.
Gascon, I beg your pardon. Ugh, I shall have nightmares now.
Not tonight. For I fear you might not sleep at all. You see, there's something you ought to know. And decidedly before you meet with Bruver. The sites we cleared of beasts, I ferreted a bit. Noted something peculiar. Any notion what it was?
None. The monumental dwarven architecture, perhaps?
Bones, my dear Meve. Dwarven bones. Now, guess what I found on them?
Wait, don't dare give me any hints. Bite marks.
Of course. After all, they'd been gnawed clean of all flesh by monsters, incidentally making it quite easy to spot other markings. Ones made by axes and swords. To be certain, I showed the bones to our medics, and they confirmed my conclusion.
Meaning what? That the entire clan, the Fuchses,
did not perish due to an invasion of beasts from the depths. The monsters merely ate the bodies and occupied empty homes.
I'd completely forgotten about this clan, but
Now, I shared my discovery with Gabor, and guess what he did? He panicked. He started to squirm, babble nonsense. I wager my right arm, he's hiding something.
blast. Overly eager to aid us from the start he was. I might have sent something.
yeah, it did seem a little odd. But man, that card is so good. Don't tell me I have to get rid of it.
I shall have him summoned at once. And I thank you, Gascon. I won't forget this.
Minutes later, Gabor stood before the Queen. At first, he tried to mislead her with evasive answers, but as her pointed questions demolished one clumsy excuse after another, he had to give in.
Oi. As King Desmond said after a hefty squirt in his hose, we can't sweep this under the rug.
If you think I welcome jests in this moment, you err. My fingers itch to summon the hangman.
Right. So, 'Tis true. I misled you. On our clan elder's orders, supposed to make sure you destroyed Burr's Rump and Davor's Abyss thoroughly enough to leave nae a trace.
What? Why? What did they wish to hide?
They was home to the Fuchses, our mortal enemies. They'd been a-boiling our heinies for ages, thumbing their noses, taking what they want when they want, and the Elder-in-Chief didn't gie a ploughing whit. So to stop them, our clan, we did the unpardonable. The Ziggurin elders saw their chance and they...
Gods. So you were responsible for the deaths of all those dwarves?
Me? I didn't raise a finger. Tried to stop them, in fact.
No witnesses survived, meaning you must have murdered the entire clan. How?
Queen, you sure you...
I am. And you should be sure to answer in full, omitting no detail.
A few years back, we got pummeled by a horrendous winter. Stone-breaking frosts, whiteout storms, avalanches. Made travelling a painful form of suicide. Hunger drove beasts out of their dens. Pass was covered in the filth. Got to where they paced right outside the walls. Fuchses fought a hard, bloody fight to keep the critters out of Davor's Abyss. Lost near every axe-wielding dwarf they had. Only survivors had to winter at Burr's Rump. Our elders felt such an opportunity wouldn't knock again. After killing the town's meagre guard, they set fire to it and barricaded the gates. They didn't stand a chance.
Bastards. How in the world did the truth go undiscovered?
Once it were over, our dwarves opened the gates. Before they'd lit their pipes, starving beasts came crawling out of the pass. The stank of dead flesh were strong. Zigrins who came back from that never were the same. If you'd only gandered their gaze when they had us all take a vow of silence. And then...
You invented that blarney about primeval monstrosities the Fuchses had awoken by mining too deep. A riveting tale, and one with a moral to boot.
Aye. But the elders worried Brewer would suspect something all the same. That's why they wanted you to destroy all the evidence.
Repugnant. You claim not to have taken part, but neither did you do anything to stop the massacre.
What was I to do exactly? The elders had decided. Nae dwarf would listen to me.
You might have informed the Elder-in-Chief. The guilty would have been punished.
The guilty? You didn't ken Brewer. He'd punish the whole clan. Women, children, nae exceptions. Maeve, Queen, I'm begging you. He canna ever learn of this. Aye, I want a hack flame too when I think what the elders done. But t'other way it'd bring but more pain and death.
I don't know what the implication of either of these are. Like, I don't think I'm committing to anything, but...
You've got a lot of nerve, making requests after lying to me.
Trying to ensure you ken the stakes. But you'll do as you see fit. Like always.
I need to consider what's right. Meanwhile, Gascon, make sure Gabor remains our guest.
Of course. I'll let you know if he so much as rolls his eyes towards an escape route.
Alrighty then. Oops. That's, yeah, that's gonna present some challenges, to be sure. Oh, man. I once again have failed to find all of the doodads. Oh. Okay, there's stuff up ahead. Oh! Look at all that. Man. Alright, well. Let's go pick up the rest of the stuff. If I can figure out how. Oh, I guess I have to get up onto this bridge. Probably just didn't notice that I could cross it before. Hey! Alright. That's one down. I guess... Wait, how... It must be near here. It just looks like it's like down below off that cliff, but there's like no way to access it. Yeah, okay. That's one that I just don't want to pick up in the first place. Is this similar? Probably. Where it is? No. My queen, this building houses the Bank of Clan Zigrin. The banker claims that should we invest now, in a few months' time, Okay, there's definitely a typo there. The banker claims that should we invest now, in a few months' time, its worth will increase threefold. It sounds too good to be true. Should we invest anything? I mean, I've got plenty of gold. Sure, why not? Do it. I don't care if we lose it. Alright, and so I think at this point, I have a map. Yeah, Stenka's map that I haven't dug up yet. Where's that? Could it be over there? Yes! Got it. Finally. What? It's a 60 power card that you can play in the multiplayer version? I wonder what the deal is with that. Okay. So let's check how we're situated now. Well, I guess we're going on.
Bruva stood by the bridge like a statue, arms crossed, eyes squinting. Meve sighed inside. She stood little chance of having a pleasant chat.
Elder-in-Chief, sir.
No shouting and praising here, lass. Plowing humans. Always out to fix things, always end up cocking them up. You think you're due glory, do you? Monster Slayer Meve? Patroness of dwarves? Blast it. What do you think? Why didn't I exterminate those beasts myself, eh? Go on, tell me!
For you.
For I didn't want to. For something didn't fit, damn it. So I resolved I'd not destroy their nests and evidence till I learned the truth of whodunit.
Postponed it all those years expressly. Though your subjects were dying.
I dinna need no lectures from the likes of you. Justice must be served. That's worth any price. And I was close. Had leads. And now, it's all gone to hell. You flooded Devor's abyss. You brought Boros rump down on itself. And I'll never ken who killed the Fuchses. Understand? Never!
Well, actually... Oh, boy. So... we can hang... the... Zigrin's out to dry, or we can protect Gabor and his clan, which also includes Yarpen Zigrin, though I assume he wasn't involved in this. Oh, man. I mean, it's almost like I have to make up for all the other stuff I've done that's potentially pissed him off. But, like, I do sympathize with Gabor's point that the Brewer will probably punish people who weren't involved. But maybe he won't. I don't really know. Maybe that's just Gabor claiming it. I guess we're gonna find out.
I would not be so sure.
Sure a bloody what?
That you shall never learn the truth. For I learnt it just moments ago. 'Twas the Zigrins who killed the Fuchses.
The Sigrins? But... Hold. Aye, it'd explain a lot, that. Ugh, the snakes, worms, rogues! Why, I'll show 'em. All right. Got to admit you've more in that pretty heat of yours than I expected, but dinna you start thinking we'll be toasting a new friendship. You want our aid? You'll have to answer our questions. My questions. Lots of them. And they're all hard, so dinna you go smiling at me yet.
Okay.
Why, I wouldn't dare.
She looks like she's smiling, though.
Better not. Right. Time we moved on.
Bruver set off at a brisk pace, paying Meve nor anyone else heed. The Elder's bodyguards rushed after him, then came the Lyrian force, and at its end trudged Gabor Zigrin, hands and feet in shackles.
No. 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 All right. What do we add to the deck? Scroll. Wouldn't mind having another adept. I also wouldn't mind having one of these traps. Pitfall trap or crushing trap? Oh, is that... do I have the ability to get Onager Plus? I don't think I do. I think I would have done something about that if I could. Nope. Alright, so... So it gets no better than it is, which is... I mean, pretty good. Actually, Sapper could be good. It'd be really good in conjunction with some of these traps, but even just as is, it could be good. Yeah, let's do Pitfall Trap. It's straightforward. On Langbridge, it is strictly forbidden to stomp, jump, lean over the edge, stop for a rest, or carve runes in the handrails. Hoo hoo ha!
Wanted to hunt monsters, eh? Oh, Elder's furious. Spits flying 10 feet. Let humans neath carbon. Didn't ken if that's wise. Let humans neath carbon.
So, I assume the stuff that it was saying that I could pick up is still in front of me.
Dwarves demonstrate innovative thinking in many domains. Metallurgy, engineering, architecture. Yet there is one in which they could not be bothered. Naming.
Huh.
For this reason, the bridge that linked the Mahakam Pass with Mount Carbon was simply named Langbridge. Meave learned it was a thoroughly fitting name. Having stopped for a breath halfway across the road suspended over a deep chasm, the Queen could see neither end of the bridge, both concealed by thick clouds.
Amazing.
Whispered the Queen.
I feel as though we traversed the very sky.
The Queen and her retinue were nearing Mount Carbon when Meave heard a cry. It was Xavier.
Hold! Hold!
Meave drew in her reins abruptly. Her mare neighed and reared, lifting the Queen above her formation of men. From that height, she saw the last pier of the bridge crumbling. The dwarves at the head of the procession were unable to stop in time and plummeted, screaming into the abyss.
What's the meaning of this, God damn it?
Bruva roared.
Fetch the engineers! No!
The Queen was striving to calm her spooked mount when she sensed something swish past her ear.
Scoia'tael?
Out of nowhere, a Scoia'tael band had appeared at the rear of the column. Before anyone could react, elven archers had felled the rear guard. The soldiers lay on the bridge's stone surface with arrows in their backs. Meave was trapped. In one direction lay the chasm, in the other, a fierce foe. She had no choice but to stand and fight.
What's their motivation here, and how did they get here? The Battle of Langbridge. The Lyrians watched in disbelief as Scoia'tael warriors slit the throats of Mahakam guards. How could this be? Non-humans against non-humans? To what end? Could it be the elder races do not uniformly support the squirrel's cause? Imagine that. No doubt these questions and more plagued the men's thoughts. Yet this was not the time to entertain them. This was a time to fight. Extra cards. I assume Brewer's going to be involved. Ooh. Whenever a unit is moved to the same row as cliff, destroy it. Oh. We can push them off the cliff. Huh. but my deck is not designed for such shenanigans. Oh. Maybe it is. What is reach 1? Okay. Oh, here's Brewer. Okay. Well, let's, so having one of these guys is fantastic, because we can burninate the front row and then push them to the back. Don't really need, we don't need 2 of them at this point. I guess let's mulligan you, yeah, get a drummer. I'm guessing that just dealing damage is not going to be that important, so I think I'm going to mulligan these guys. Maybe I'll keep Elzer's Thunder, but like Northern Wind, nah. Well, now I've got 2 drummers. That seems solid. I could also potentially like add up the Axe Dwarf, although then I mean I won't have them in hand, but maybe I should mulligan one of these 2 as well. I don't know if I have more of these in my deck. It would appear I do not, so I should mulligan for them. So yeah, this is fine.
At last, Renna! You are mine!
We trapped your Grace, but we can try and fight our way through.
Nay, Dwan Camest.
Alright. Push him back, way back.
Water is the poison.
Oh, it's an order, not a deploy. You might die. Also, I wish I played the Wagon. Oh well.
Show me the coin or sod off.
Ow. Ow. Ugh. Alright, I might just decoy this guy. Or maybe... Well, I probably can't decoy Brewer. Which one do I push into the abyss? Actually, I guess I could do both now. Just play Brewer. Oh, but I can't... Oh, yeah, I can do... Okay, yeah, that'll work.
Think you ballbags can do whatever the devils you please? This is Mahakam!
Ah!
Alright. I don't know what the point of having resilience is when it's a one-round battle, but...
Yeah.
Oh, he can do it again! Oh man, OP. But that means I want to make sure he's not taking damage, so... Do I decoy him now? He doesn't... Still on cooldown. Yeah, maybe this turn we go Wagenberg, and then next turn we decoy him.
Got business for me?
Just keep pushing. Okay, let's go ahead and set fire to that row.
I smell a leak.
I'll play this guy Well, I probably should have just played him. Whatever.
May your sword and arm be one.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I can't really do enough damage on anything for it to matter.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Alright, let's see. Is this Nelsler's Thunder time? Yeah, I think so. Now we push you into the abyss, and then we go boop, boop.
Brian!
I guess I'll push you off. I'll go ahead
As you wish,
and
milady.
get some more of these dudes. I think I already have this one.
Now we will see who is weak.
I think it was you. It was you who was weak.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Can I push the trap into the pit? Nope.
Left, right, left, right.
Oh, Lady Margarita told us of this.
More pushers, not that it matters. Oh, that was mean. Here. 1, 2. Push. Oh, now I have to... Mistake. Ah, damn it. Ow.
No! Let her enough! She must die!
Oh, okay, so they were after me, even not Bruder.
Their strength combined, the Lyrians and dwarves managed to defeat the Scoia'tael. The guerrillas had weakened the last span of the bridge, turning the crossing into a deadly trap. Had Xavier, who noticed the weakened structure at the last instant, not called out, all would have fallen into the chasm. The Lyrians managed to capture the unit commander. She stood, her head raised high, and when Meve glared at her, she did not avert her eyes.
Okay, so my question is, are you allowed to be at this point in the game without Xavier in your party? And if so, does you just like have all of your characters die? Wait, what? Okay.
What is your name, elf?
Abayeth me a parsed one.
Ah, of course.
She said,
Thank you, Reynard. I know well what she said.
Oh, I don't.
Kiss my arse. Is that truly the best you can muster?
Oh.
I'd rather show you exactly what I can muster. Tell them to unbind me.
She doesn't look bound.
You got your opportunity. On the battlefield. Will you not tell me what they call you? Fine. It's all the same to me. I'm more interested to know how you came to be here. Who sent you?
No one.
It was my decision to kill you, and thus avenge Eldain. You've elven blood on your hands. The blood of the elves of the Moulderwood.
Why did we end up having to kill him? I don't remember now. I think I played that like months ago. I mean, he was attacking us. But also, like, he slaughtered a bunch of people. Was he actually working with the Nilfgaardians? I know some of the elves were. I don't remember whether he was. I think he was. Alright, whatever. Let's go with the nice option, I guess.
I regret the events of the Moulderwood. I did not wish those elves' deaths. Yet they left me no choice.
What choice would you give a murderer who invaded your home?
You know I envy you. To see the world solely as black or white, it must simplify things so. Enough. I've heard all I wish to hear.
But I haven't. Did you fall in your heed, elf, eh? If you want to fight humans, go on and do it. You cannot talk sense to idiots and nae here, damn it. Mahakam is and will be neutral.
You cannot be neutral. To Dwan, you are either their foe or their dog. Mahakam has stood aside sleeping long enough. That is why we struck it in its very heart, as a call to battle. A call to brethren whom you, Elder, have kept from the world too long.
I have kept him away. I've been bloody right to do so. You want to play at war, you numpties? You want to force the Pontar to flow upstream? Gang right ahead. Good riddance, I say. Gan kill, gan die if you fancy. But gods damn it, leave us alone. Yeah, I should kill you. With my own hands. I should cut your throat, put you out of your misery. That's what you want, innit? To die? To die a stupid death? Well, I'll not grant you that. Nay, nay, I'll lock you in a tower. Sit there 3 centuries, and you just might grow a brain.
Huh.
Bruva Hoog gazed after the shackled elf as she was led away. Neve expected him to continue fuming, cursing her. But the dwarf stood silent, and his old eyes, half concealed by brows bushy as a forest floor, showed not anger, but the deepest sadness. Dwarven engineers made quick work of repairing the crumbled bridge span.
Man, that's some heavy stuff. Alright, what is this new card? Some kind of crow thing. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Move 6 random enemies to the other row and damage them by 2. Oh, okay. So, like, if you had that card going into that fight... well... it does deal a bunch of damage. I do like this one for smoothing and precise damage, but this is pretty good. I think I'm gonna stick with what I got, but I could see the argument. I've probably said that a dozen times by now.
Look, Mount Carbon.
Damn. And I thought Novigrad was big.
Signal fire thing, maybe? Over here?
So the elves had a Against us. Against our elder. Treacherous hounds.
Mount Carbon, wipe your feet, comb your beard, but foreign garb bring not in here. Carbon's heart, can ye hear the throb? You're a dwarf, damn it, not a slob. Hoo hoo ha.
Truth be told, I supported the Scoia'tael afore. Oh, I wish every last one of them dead. Dead! Long-eared bastards, raising our own saplings against us in rebellion, sowing unrest, violence, in the mountains. Truth be told, I supported the Scoia'tael afore.
The Lyrians stepped inside Mount Carbon's bowels. Neve rode while looking upwards, admiring the intricately carved ceiling, gilded walls, monumental bas-reliefs carved from basalt. Yet this was no time to admire the sights. Ruvahoog had summoned her to speak.
I thank you for your invitation, Elder.
My invitation? Choice term, lass. You wangled your way in here. Long I've lived, but ne'er have I seen a wench so stubborn.
It's a compliment, right?
With all due respect, do you not feel like a pot conversing with a kettle?
Ha! True enough. Changes of mind dinna come easy to me, but they do come at times. Human wars concern me not at all. For so many they are, who could count them? Near a year goes by without one wanking king invading another's realm. A dog with scabies is less restless. That's why, this morning, I aim to send you off with nothing. Mattered not what the clans were saying. Rivia, Schmivia, who gives a sheep's fart? But that was this morn, before that daft wench and her pups attacked. Nilfgaard supports the Scoia'tael, it's common knowledge. Nilfgaard uses them. Well, I'm nae worse, and I choose to use Queen Meve.
So what use would you make of me, if I might ask? You've a plan?
Aye, the kind dwarves like best. Simple, but sneaky. Like to give Nilfgaard a warning, you ken? If you're going to rile my dwarves, throw 'em into the Scoia'tael ranks. You'll regret it, aye? But I'd like to issue the warning without declaring war. All clear to you so far? So, when you march out of Mahakam, you'll find a company of our foot dwarves waiting out with the gate. Officially, volunteers enlisting with you against my will. And you're to put them at the fore next time you face Nilfgaard. Want the Blackclads to break their teeth on our bucklers, get a taste of our axe blades. After that, dare say they'll think twice before they send more Scoia'tael into these hells.
I do not... Thank you, Elder. You restore my hope that I shall have my home back in the end.
Faith can move mountains, aye, but it can't do much about borders. I've watched you close, and must admit you're a plucky lass. That enough for Nilfgaard? Canna be sure.
We will see. We shall know soon.
Okay. That probably isn't going to be an amazing card, but we'll see. Mahakam Mangler. Okay, so I am going to get a bunch of Dwarven cards.
I would like to march at
Well,
once.
3.
So by your leave...
Nay, not granted. At once? What's that mean? Our laws are clear. Guests are to be sent off with a thundering feast. Even the humans.
Bruva, as was Bruva's wont, insisted. So the Queen accepted the invitation, but as was her wont, set a condition. The feast was to last but one night, and not, as was the wont of local custom, an entire week. All clans were to be represented at the feast, save one, of course, the Zigrins, for they had already learned their punishment. The entire clan was banished from Mahakam.
Oh,
an exception
crap.
was made for one of their number, for Gabor, who was beheaded before the day was done.
What? Oh, damn. Oh, gosh. Oh man, I need to look up whether that's like canon. I mean, it may not even be specified, but oh damn.
When the
Poor
sun had
Gabor.
retired behind the peaks, the underground city came alive with the sound of bugles, bagpipes, and horns. The dwarves emerged out into the central square and danced exuberantly, sparks kicking up from their hobnail boots. The usually crabby Elder-in-Chief Hoog proved a cordial host that evening.
Let's drink, lest our neck shafts grow cobwebs!
Suddenly, a messenger arrived. Broover lifted his copper horn to his ear and listened with furrowed brow.
What's that? Speak up!
When she saw a sour grin on his face, Meave knew the tidings were not good. Yet she did not suspect they pertained to her directly.
Eve, you expecting anyone?
How's that?
Runner says a delegation's arrived at Carbon. Frae Lyria and Rivia. Got a Nilfgaardian escort.
How dare they? Traitors. Who leads it?
You'd best sit.
Who leads the delegation?
It's your son, Willem, I
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Willem.
Mahakam remains neutral as regards all your squabbles. I trust I needn't remind you. So I'll have no scrambling or shoving, and certainly no bloodshed. Point of fact, I'd prefer it if you...
I wish to speak to him.
I'd forbid you, but, as I said, never seen a more stubborn wench. Alrighty then, jabber away with him. Just remember, hands to yourself.
Meave spotted banners, a Lyrian eagle upon one surrounded by Nilfgaard's black rags. Her hands became fists, showing how helpless she felt. Then her son and rival, Willem, emerged from behind a row of Imperial footmen.
My. I should apologize. It seems I missed the coronation. Congratulations, my son. Who was it who placed the crown? General Epdahi?
Count Caldwell.
Ah, yes. Our elder statesman. Why have you come here, of all places? To acquire arms for Nilfgaard?
As my official mission, yes. Yet unofficially, I wish to speak with you. I trust you've had tidings from the field. Edirn turned to ash and dust. Vizimir murdered Redania in chaos. Foltest forced to strike a pact by his vassals betrayed, Henselt the same.
This limerick, will it come to a point?
Why, yes. To the same as this war. Mother, I beg you, you must see it. Nilfgaard's victory is inevitable. Surrender now, and I shall show you mercy. For later it'll be too late.
There will be no later. We shall repel them, drive them south at the points of our pikes.
This we, Mother? Who precisely do you mean? You stand alone.
I mean, she does have some allies. I don't know if I would say Benny. But yeah, he doesn't seem persuaded by this kind of reasoning anyway, so let's go with this direction.
An impression many might have indeed. Yet I've allies. Those long loyal, and those new.
Where, Mother? In Zerrikania? For here, in the north, why, there are none. The fight is done.
Your friends from Nilfgaard will learn that is simply not true, when their ignorance bites them in the arse.
So you aim to persist? Whatever for?
For our freedom. For independence.
Curious. I could have sworn it was for your ambition, to soothe your wounded pride. When I was crowned, a fact you deride, though that makes it no less true, I swore the good of my subjects would guide me. And a war we are doomed to lose cannot in any way benefit them.
And slavery can. You know well the Blackclads put peasants in chains, like cattle.
Reprehensible, I agree, but...
And resettlement? Forced labor? Cruel laws that make death the punishment for the slightest offenses? Are those benefits? Well, answer me!
I see I will not sway you, Mother. A shame, though I take comfort in the fact I tried. And now, adieu.
Oh no, I, not you, will decide when this conversation is over.
Oh, have we anything else to discuss?
Are you perhaps aware that the Nilfgaardians tried to kill me?
What? No, I heard only about an avalanche.
Which tumbled down through no small effort of an Imperial envoy.
I don't know why he's surprised. I mean, of course they tried to kill her.
Never would I have agreed to such a heinous act.
I believe you.
I'm heartened that, despite all we...
I believe you because I believe the Nilfgaardians wouldn't ever have asked your opinion. Think on it, son. Are you their ally or their tool? Can you ever be sure?
I am the king of Lyria and Rivia. To serve my subjects' best interests, I am prepared to make even the most painful concessions. Might I leave now? Or is there more?
Naturally. How did you know you would find me here?
I received Nilfgaardian reports to the effect that you've been seen in the pass.
Oh, roses are red and so are your cheeks, my son. As ever when you're caught in a lie. Lyria is 2 weeks' travel hence. Had you received word only once I was here, we'd have been long gone from Mahakam by the time you assembled a force and completed the march. No. You were forewarned of our intended route. It means I've a traitor in my ranks. Another one. Get out of my sight, villain. And pray we only ever face one another on neutral ground.
Meve struggled inside not to turn and gaze once more at her son. He'd changed since they'd last faced each other, grown manlier, and he wore the crown well. The Queen returned to the banquet hall. Her advisors shot her questioning glances, curious what she had discussed with Bruver. But Meve decided to keep the details to herself. One of them wore a Nilfgaardian lead around his neck. Until she knew who, she would have to remain vigilant.
Well, the obvious guess is Gascon, just because, like, it's not going to be Reynard. It's not going to be the healer. It's not going to be Xavier. Capor's dead. I mean, I guess it could have been him, but then there wouldn't be the dramatic reveal. But I also don't think that they would do Gascon because it's, like, too obvious. I don't know. Is there somebody else I'm forgetting about? Possibly.
Feasting's done, Reynard. We must consider our next move.
I've thought on it, Your Grace. We've strength enough to hit the foe, but still not the numbers to face him in open battle.
So what do you propose?
This war we cannot win alone, nor even with the dwarves at our side. But if we secure a victory, small yet symbolic, we shall show the other realms of the north all is not yet lost. Thus, I propose we attack behind the front lines, somewhere well clear of any major Imperial force.
Where would you suggest?
I'm considering Angren. To begin with, a thickly wooded marshy land, always helpful in clandestine operations. Secondly, the land strategically important, as it's the chief source of building material for Nilfgaard's fleets.
All too little, I fear. Since we require a victory that would be symbolic, we must strike where it shall hurt, and Angren...
Just recently welcomed a new regent, in the person of Count Coldwell. Our third argument. Naturally, if your Majesty wishes, I'm prepared to present alternatives to this.
No need. We march at dawn.
Of course.
Meve had toiled, cajoled, persuaded, and gained the dwarves' support. She left Mahakam strengthened, markedly. Even so, the Queen was in a foul mood. For it was clear a traitor, a viper, nested among the Lyrians. Someone who had conveyed the Queen's plans to her foe. From this moment on, Meve would need to weigh every word she uttered, even in the presence of her closest associates.
Your Grace, we must plot our course forward. Shall we take the western passage into Angren, or...
Not now.
When, then? Dawn approaches, yet we know nothing of where...
I will not repeat myself.
The Queen knew she would learn the traitor's identity in the end. If need be, she would tear the name from the throat of another turncoat, Count Caldwell. Neve drooled at the prospect of seeing Caldwell in chains, then passing him to the hangman.
Saddle the horses. I shall take the fore.
The time for diplomacy, for preparations and negotiations had gone. Neve was to attack her foe at last, and she could not wait to do so.
Okay, so... about time to finish up.
At
with
long
this.
last, Neve's force reached Angren's marshy woods. Ever been? No? Count yourselves lucky.
You certain we haven't lost our way?
Alas, here there is no way. We continue south, that's all.
South meaning the bottom.
Should you ever venture there, I offer you this advice. Do your utmost to make no noise. Poor soul. His comrades cried out, reached out, but alas, amidst frothing waters they heard bones cracking, the moan of metal bent and crushed.
What the bloody hell, what was that?
Rather not know, personally.
Hold your positions! Arms at the ready!
It was a glusty war. One of many the Lyrians would encounter along their path. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. At last, Meve and her force stood upon the Yaruga's bank. To find and punish the traitor Caldwell, they would have to cross the river. Yet the sole bridge nearby was in Nilfgaard's hands.
Your Majesty, some new reports require your attention.
Okay. I think we're done with the narration. So, it's about time to wrap up this episode. But before I do that, I want to take a look at the new cards. I probably won't actually alter the deck. I just want to see what they are, and also just check and see if there's somebody who sticks out to me as like, oh, maybe this person is the traitor that we're all so concerned about. So this guy, 7 powers, set units power equal to Mahakam shield bearer's power. Okay. Restraint. So you can turn other things into 7s, which could be used either offensively or defensively. Interesting, but doesn't seem super relevant to my deck. 7 is like too high of a number. If he was like a 1 or like a 3 or something. Oh, this is a blitz unit. Move 2 units with the same power to the other row on their side. Okay. Doesn't seem great. Oh, this is also a blitz. So, I mean, that's cool. Huckman Mangler. Damage an enemy and all other enemies with the same power by 2. Yeah, I mean, it's similar to the Landsknecht, except it's less powerful. It does do more damage, but it has that same triggering condition. The guy is less powerful, and he doesn't get as many charges, so... And this guy isn't even that great, comparatively, so I don't know about any of that. Meanwhile, is this... Yeah, so we really just got these... Well, I don't know what the deal is with this... Oh, he just gives you that report. Okay. So we just got these 4... I don't know. If the traitor was Raynar, that would just be like so whack. Oh, maybe it's the talk. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had to guess, I would just go with Gascon, but I mean, it could easily be none of them. It could just be like some random dude. I don't know. All right. Well, that'll do it for now. See you next time for what I'm guessing is the opening of the last chapter of the game. So until then.